Greetings to all the learners. Welcome to CEC lecture. The topic of analysis is Governance and Development, New Dimensions. In this lecture, we shall attempt to highlight the new dimensions that are involved with reference to the issues of governance and development with a special focus of technological advancements. In order to elaborate how technological advancements, the changes in context have impacted governance and development and presented new dimensions, we shall explain to highlight the main important perspectives, findings from World Development Report 2019, 2020 and 2021. This report is published annually by the World Bank in order to explain the new dimensions involved at global and national level for governance and development dynamics. We shall take reference to the World Development Report 2021, 2020 and 2019 and looking at how technological advancements have a bearing with reference to governance and development. To begin with, how do we define governance? Now, governance has various perspectives, various ideas, various approaches through which it can be defined. An important definition comes from the work of Kaufman et al. That is, governance signifies the traditions, the institutions by which authority in a country is exercised. Another important perspective on governance comes from World Bank's PRSP handbook, that is, governance signifies the way power is exercised through a country's economic, political and social institutions. Now, as we are discussing governance, similarly development, it as a term, it is contested, ambiguous and elusive. However, in the simplest sense, development has been understood as change, that is bringing about social change that allows people to achieve their human potential, change that leads to betterment, change that leads to growth and welfare. So, development also has a range of meanings and this also depends on the context in which the term is used. Development is a process rather than an outcome. Governance is dynamic as it involves a change from one state or condition to another. Now, as we are talking about governance and development, today both governance and development at national to global level is witnessing the rise of technology. Today, technology, advancements and innovations in communication revolution, big data, internet to artificial intelligence are having an important bearing with respect to dynamics of governance and development. We have often heard about e-governance. Now, in simple terms, e-governance can be defined as application of information and communication technology for providing government services, exchange of information, helping in transactions, integration of previously existing services, presenting information portals, amongst others. E-governance then, it is the use of information technology to improve the ability of the government to address needs of society. We have often heard the concept of e-democracy, that is use of information technology to facilitate the ability of all sections to participate in the governance of the state. Now, technology, we all know it is a vital force from driving business organization. Technology has revolutionized and led to new changes in the global economy. Technology is an important factor with reference to present day globalization. Technology has also globalized the world. Now, this brings to us the important aspect that how technology has an important bearing on governance and development, and this implies at national to global level. Now, governance and development today one has to understand that the context has changed. We are living in an age of disruption wherein one has to understand the new dimensions. And in order to guide us better in terms of understanding the new dimensions, we take reference to World Bank's World Development Report. Dear learners, the World Bank's World Development Report is published annually since 1978. This report is a very important guide, very significant work to the economic, social and environmental state of the world today. This report looks at specific important aspect on development which also definitely has a bearing on governance. The World Development Report, as we all know, has been published annually since 1978. Now, technology and data have an important bearing on governance and development. Today we find that how innovation, invention, diffusion of technology are important both for national as well as global governance. We often hear about artificial intelligence, blockchain, Industry 4.0. All of these are progressively being used by state and non-state actors to factor in efficiency in their approach and output. They are progressively being used by governments, private sector to improve the efficiency of their services. In the same framework, the World Development Report 2021 with the theme of Data for Better Lives. It explores the tremendous potential of the changing data landscape to improve the lives of poor people, which also, while also this report also acknowledges its potential to open back doors that can harm individuals, businesses and societies. Now, all these reflections on data for better lives from the World Development Report 2021 definitely have some important stakes for issues concerning governance and development. The World Bank published the World Development Report 2021 Data for Better Lives. Now, this report, it gives a blueprint also on how to harness the power of data for development, taking reference to the important perspectives that we got from the report present at worldbank.org, that is the social contract for data, that is to get more value out of data while protecting people against harm and ensuring access and representation. Different data creating and data using parties need to safely collaborate. So, this points out the significance of data and technology for governance and development and how there must be a new kind of collaboration to ensure the welfare for everyone. There are three elements of social contract for data as per the World Development Report 2021 from the World Bank. And these three elements are value, equity and trust. So, based on value, equity and trust, one can, as per the report, they will be very vital factors to present the new social contract for data. Now, data as a force for public good, as per this report, the public intent data, that is data collected with the intent of serving public good by informing the design, execution, monitoring, evaluation of public programs and policies, they are prerequisite for many government functions. Further, the report points out public intent data can bring high value to development through several pathways such as holding governments accountable, empowering individuals, improving service delivery, prioritizing scarce resources. Further, the report tells us that with reference to connecting the world, the data infrastructure is the key part of ensuring equitable access to data for poor people and poor countries. Further, with reference to issues of borders and crossing borders, data is a tradable asset, but sending them across borders definitely requires adequate data protection. This report talks about that there is a need to create more equitable access to the benefits of data. Further, this report also talks about that there is a need to factor in and foster trust through safeguards that protect people from the harm of data misuse. It also talks about fully harnessing the value of data, wherein which it requires building an integrated national data system. Now, integrated national data system that the World Development Report 2021 by the World Bank talks about, it is a way, as we read from the report, it is a way of countries realizing the potential of data for development, using the principles of social contract as a blueprint. Further, the integrated national data system framework allows a country to share data between national participants' safety while maximizing the benefit equitably. Now, as we go through the various clauses of the report, one must point out that this report also flagged concerns over protection of personal data, misinformation, attacks on software networks and data systems. So, what we see here is that important dimensions which are there, namely the need to factor in public work, public intent data, factoring in value, equity and trust for a social contract for data. Today, all of them definitely have a bearing on governance and development, because technology has become a vital force with reference to delivery of public good, with reference to ushering in growth and welfare for several nation states. Now, as we are discussing new dimensions with respect to governance and development, another important dimension can be read from the World Development Report 2020. Now, the World Development Report 2020 focused on trading for development in the age of global value chains. Now, we all know that we are living in an age wherein globalization has presented to us new opportunities, but at the same time new challenges also. There are concerns at how global trade and market apparatus has presented to us new realms to ponder over, but at the same time there are concerns of ignoring of the grassroots, of bypassing the local with reference to the rise of global governance dynamics. Now, seen in this regard, the global value chains definitely offer new dimensions to reflect on with reference to governance and development. Now, what is the importance of global value chains? Let us read from the World Development Report 2020. This report talks about how global value chains, they promote growth productivity. They help in creating more jobs. They help in boosting standards of living, and they promote the trade of skills and technology. Then an important finding of the World Development Report 2020 are that how global value chains, the steepest declines in poverty are witnessed in those countries that became an integral part of global value chains. If we go by the report, examples of Bangladesh, Vietnam are pointed in the World Development Report 2020. The growth in global value chains was rapid in 1990s if we look at some historical inputs that are there in the report, but since the global crisis of 2008, the global value chains expansion has slowed. Now, what are the reasons for the slowdown of expansion? Namely, decline in overall economic growth, decline in the investment, slowing pace of and the reversals of trade reforms. Trade protectionism, as per the report, it can hamper the evolutions of the global value chains. Then this report points out that there are two important threats to labor intensive trade led growth. What are these? That is arrival of labor saving technologies that we must look into, and how trade conflicts amongst large countries, they present an important challenge to the global value chains. Further, this report tells us that how global value chains, they drive employment, better standards of living, reduce poverty, and that efficiency is enhanced by hyper specialization. Durability in firm to firm relationship helps in better diffusion of technology and access to capital and inputs along the chains. This report points out that new technologies, they are contested. That is, at one point, no doubt, new technologies create new opportunities, but at the same time, one cannot ignore the risks that are associated with the rise of new technologies. These technologies favor trade and global value chains. That is, innovation lead to new traded goods and services, substantiated by the fact that is, if we go by the report, that is in the year 2017, 65% of the trade, and once again these are figures that we are quoting from the report, 65% of the trade took place in categories which did not exist in the year say 1992. So what we see here is that no doubt new technologies have led to new opportunities. Innovation has led to new areas wherein goods and services can be traded. But at the same time, when we look at the World Development Report 2020, that is trading for development in the age of global value chains. Now this report, it presents to us a very important examination, that is whether there is still path to development through global value chains and trade, and that very important conclusion that the report presents us, that technological change is at this stage more a boon. That how technology has no doubt added more to it. That is, global value chains can continue to boost growth, create better jobs, reduce poverty, provided that developing countries implement deeper reforms to promote global value chains participation. Industrial countries also pursue open competition. Further, as we are trying to understand that how today governance and development dynamics have new dimensions, and wherein which we are looking at the specific case study of technology, another important dimension with reference to governance and development can be read from the World Development Report 2019. Now this report, it studied how the nature of work, the title of this report was The Changing Nature of Work. This report studied how nature of work is changing as a result of advances in technology today. The report points out, and we quote from that work is constantly reshaped by technological progress. This report points out that firms adopt new ways of production, markets expand, and societies evolve. Overall, technology brings opportunity. It paves way to create new jobs, increase productivity, and deliver effective public services. The report points out that the rise of digital firms means that technological effects reach more people faster than ever before. Technology is changing the skills that employers seek. So what one finds here is that today, with this changing nature of work today, it definitely has a bearing on the models respective countries would adopt to usher in development, right from state to non-state actors like big organizations, transnational firms which are having a presence in several countries. Today, technology has ushered in opportunities. Of course, it helps in effective public delivery of services also, but it is also demanding a change in terms of the skills that job seekers must have. It is also presenting new dimensions that the employers are seeking in terms of manpower hiring. Now, all these then have an important bearing with reference to the bigger framework of how governance and development work in any respective country. So, what we see here is that governance and development are very important concepts. However, there is no definite understanding, no definite definition that can be given to explain governance and development, because both the terms are complex, contested, ambiguous and elusive. Further, as we understand governance, it is there in a big canvas, that is, when we read the various definitions, that is, it looks into the institutions, the way in which power is exercised through the various institutions. Similarly, development also, the very idea that how it ushers in change with respect to the human aspect, how it ushers in change with reference to growth and development, it differs from one context to the other. So, therefore, it is very dynamic, and what is essential that in this dynamism of governance and development understanding, a new complexity is added with reference to the use of information and communication technology. Right from e-governance to e-democracy, no doubt information and technology is being used to add more to the ability of the government to address needs of the society. Technology today, it's a vital form of several business organizations, and this technology, to its new dimensions like artificial intelligence, big data, industry 4.0, it has indeed presented new dimensions to revolutionizing the global trade and financial apparatus and adding to the issues concerning globalization of the world. No doubt the context of global to national level has changed. So, therefore, in this changes dynamics, governance and development also need to be understood. As we all know, that World Development Report that we just discussed in the lecture 2021, 2020 and 2019, each report highlighted a unique aspect wherein technology and its related dimensions need to be pondered over to look at the certain specific and important aspects for governance and development. The World Bank's World Development Report, published annually since 1978, it's a very significant tool, a very invaluable guide, as we can say, to economic, social and environmental state of the world today. We all know that technology and data has an important bearing on governance and development. We all just saw that how various findings of each year's report have told us that process of innovation, invention and diffusion of technology, they are important both at global and national levels. So, therefore, then governance and development cannot be seen in isolation. We have to see that how the rise of new forms of technological apparatus are progressively creeping in to the work of private sector, to the work of government, to the work of institutions, and how they can be made use to have better efficiency, better output. The World Bank World Development Report 2021 talks about data for better lives. It addressed the issues concerning that how the power of data can be harnessed in a better manner for development. Therefore, governance and development dynamics today for every country are working on looking at how data can be used in a safe manner, factoring in conditions that lead to better public delivery, better public policies, which are no doubt very essential for several government functions. The World Development Report 2020 in the same light pointed about global value chains, that how they can help in creating more productivity, more jobs and adding more skills. Today every country is living in a framework of what is local is connected to global and what is global is connected to local, and in such aspect to cater to the colossal aims of poverty reduction, development administration, welfare economics, global value chains become very important. And this is where the report presented some important dynamics concerning that how trade protectionism, labor saving technologies, all of them can have a bearing not only on global governance and development issues, but also it needs to be looked at from the national framework also, wherein how technologies, new technologies can create both opportunities as well as risk. And in the same framework, the World Development Report 2019, it talks about it how technology has presented new issues concerning effective public service, namely with reference to in this process of evolution of society, there is a rise of digital platform, whereas skill development, skill empowerment and entrepreneurship thereof becomes an important aspect both for governance as well as development. We hope that the lecture presented to you new inputs, important insights with reference to the new dimensions concerning governance and development. We look forward to positive, encouraging feedback from you all. Thank you very much.